with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. All right, we talked about the Fiesta Bowl there at the end of the last segment. What about the Peach Bowl, Indiana and Oregon? How are we feeling about the Hoosiers going against the Ducks for the second time? We saw this game in Eugene, Oregon. Indiana able to pull away late in that contest and win by double digits. Very impressive. That was kind of like the win that Indiana wasn't just a flash.
Yeah, they're for real a little bit. Yeah. They went there and did it, right? Indiana's best team in the country.
I think so, too.
Now, like you said earlier, the best team doesn't always win, so that's why you start the game 0-0. Oregon's really good, playing really well. Had a fantastic game against Texas Tech. But, look, Indiana, they're going to have to go lose it, I feel like. I think that's how good that team is, how well they're playing. They got the Heisman winner. They got the best head coach, which is saying something because down the other side is pretty damn good as well.
Yeah.
It's theirs to lose, certainly. I don't think Oregon's just going to go out there and big dog them and beat them. I think Indiana would have to give them they would have to do things that they haven't done all season, which is go out there and turn the ball over and bad situations, have some special teams mistakes, things like that. Oregon's going to have to flip the field on them, have a bunch of hidden yardage, win the turnover battle, certainly, have some sort of game-changing play on defense or special teams to have a chance at winning the game. But I think the game's played straight up. If you're looking at even turnovers, even time of possession, all that stuff, Indiana wins the game.
Yeah, it's hard to deny what Indiana is right now. Tete Alondra, do y'all have a feel on this game? Obviously, we've seen this game before like we laid out there, but the second game's always going to play out differently than the first. How can you change those things that went wrong for you? How can you capitalize on those things that went right for you? I love when teams have to play each other for a second time because I think that's when coaching really matters. How do we see it going?
Indiana is just the juggernaut this year. However, if Oregon's defense plays like they have the last couple games, they can shut anybody down. Problem is, Indiana's defense is so good. Their secondary, Amari Farrell and D'Angelo Pons. D'Angelo Pons is only about 5'10". There ain't much to him, but he shuts people down. Dante Moore was really, really good against Texas Tech when he had time to throw. When he had time to throw, he was able to pick apart that secondary. I think the Indiana secondary is a lot better. I love Dante Moore. I've liked him more and more as the years have gone along. I just think top to bottom defensively, Indiana's just going to be too tough, and we know what Fernando Mendoza is. I think it's a close game. I think Oregon will hang in there. I think Dan Lanning's a really good football coach. I just think Indiana wins this game.
I agree with Matt, where it's like Indiana has to go lose the game, but you're right about facing a team twice. It happened with Ole Miss and Georgia, but Oregon does have Jordan Davison. He's not going to be in the game.
Yeah, clavicle injury in the lead up to the game.
So they don't have one of their running backs. But I said it before that I didn't really watch a lot of Oregon in the regular season, but whenever I was watching them against JMU and Texas Tech, I was very impressed by them and their offense, especially their offense. But Indiana just seems, we never had a definitive person. The entire time we would ask, who's the one person or who's the one team that is a juggernaut or stands out, and we were always I don't really know, everybody. But right now, I think it's pretty clear that it's Indiana.
I would agree with that.
They're there the whole time.
And so many people all year long have said
his phone was.
My phone went off.
You didn't hear it. He's up there scrolling videos, and
Why are you scrolling while I'm talking?
Well, to be fair to you, it was while we were all talking.
Wow.
And I think he
That's
scrolled to a
crazy.
video that had sound.
Oh, nice job, Matt. No, so many people all year long
We're
are
so
like,
important.
oh, Cignetti's doing this without any talent or whatever. Like, Cignetti's a great coach. There are 3 receivers. Omar Cooper, who I think is a first-round talent, Elijah Surratt, and then Charlie Becker, Charlie B. from Nashville, Tennessee. If you've ever heard Gus Johnson say anything in his life, you've probably heard him say
You
that.
scream it.
Jesus. Insufferable. Those 3 guys, I mean, that's as talented of a trio of receivers as there's left in the playoffs. And there's talented receivers out there. Like, Ole Miss has talented receivers. Malachi Toney's great. Oregon's got receivers, but I'm taking those 3 guys over anybody. Like, I know I was talking about their defense a second ago, but the way those guys have stepped up, made big catches and big moments, they're just so complete right now.
To Alonja's point, Davison is out for this game. He does have a clavicle injury. You're not playing if you have that at running back. You can be as tough as you want. That's just one you can't play. You can play with an ankle. You can play with a knee.
Yeah.
You can play with a wrist. You can't.
I mean,
pretty
you
much
kind of
back-
need your clavicle.
Yeah,
Pretty much holds that shoulder up.
Yeah, you got to be able
Just
to
hold
have
the ball with the
one of
other
those.
arm.
That's true.
You're probably gonna get a hit on that shoulder.
That's true.
So, but, and I know they have other running backs. Whittington certainly is going to be the lead back in this game. But last time they played, and again, it was Indiana 30-20 on the road in Eugene. Oregon ran the ball 30 times for 81 yards. The leading rusher that day, Davison, who's going to be out for this, he had 8 carries for 59 yards, 7.4 yards per carry. He was the only one that really had success running the football. And he's going to be out for this game.
Mm-hmm.
So that is an injury to pay attention to because it's very difficult to run the ball against Indiana. And the one guy you had that had some success with 7.4 yards per carry, certainly had the longest run in that game at 26 yards, is going to be out. Oregon offensively is going to have to find a way. And look, they've got guys. Dante Moore's a good quarterback. But
Yeah, he's super impressive.
can they score enough on Indiana? It's going to be the question.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, like, when Texas Tech pulled back the pass rush, to Jake's point, part of that was the running game, right? Like, it kept them guessing. That's when Dante Moore made throws. Without that running game, I kind of feel like Indiana's just going to try to tee off on him.
Yeah. And I think it's like recency bias from last game. When you look at Oregon, yeah, they shut out Texas Tech. But, like, was that real? It was a combination of things. I think Texas Tech's offense just played really poorly.
I'd never
Bad
seen
game
them play
plan.
that
It just played
terrible.
bad. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't even, you don't even look good when you're doing it. Like, it
Yeah.
was just bad. Like, I get it. And Oregon's defense benefited from that and teed off on it and executed well. They did what you're supposed to do for a good team. You take advantage of somebody else making mistakes, and they just made a full game of mistakes. They just didn't play very well. But don't forget about the game before that with James Madison. It's not like they were out of it like super early in the game. They scored 34 points. I know a lot of that came in the fourth quarter. I get that, but like, let's not act like Oregon's been this super juggernaut on defense all season long just because on one game against a really bad showing from a Texas Tech.
Yeah, it was weird. I said it whenever we came back from the break that I'd never seen Tech's offense look that terrible the entire season.
Yeah.
Now you know that you're like, oh, they spent all that money on D-line. Maybe they should have spent it in other places. Their D-line was incredible. But, again, when they couldn't get to him, Dante Moore picked apart their secondary. Their secondary did not hold up in that game.
And we talked about Oregon, like, letting JMU score a little bit or, like, get down the field a little.
I mean, JMU had success even early in the game.
Yeah.
They just couldn't turn those
Yeah,
field
they
goals
just
into
couldn't
touchdowns.
score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne Knight ran the ball well on him. That was JMU's running back. He hit a good game against them, like Jake said, from the start.
What do we think the TV execs are wanting? What matchup do they want? Which one would be best for them?
Oregon, Miami.
Yeah. Oregon.
You think so?
Oregon,
so.
I was going to say Ole Miss.
Ole
like,
Miss in there for sure.
Yeah. But Oregon, they definitely want Oregon in there.
TV
but I
you
think
think so?
Ole Miss
TV
because
money
of
or
the
stadium
SEC.
money?
I think
just viewership.
I think
Like,
Indiana, Ole Miss.
I think
for
stadium,
runners.
anybody's like,
Well, Miami
fine.
doesn't have fans, so
yeah, but
stadium-
it's in Miami.
true.
Oregon's just such a big brand.
Indiana's got a huge alumni base. On
They
the East
do.
I
Coast.
think the
Oregon's
combination.
got Nike. Miami, they consider a traditional blue blood. I just think that execs would like that. Maybe not. I mean,
I think the
I think the Ole
Signetti
Miss-
sound bites getting questions about Lane Kiffin.
I think
would be
Indiana Ole
fantastic.
Miss actually would be
Indiana, Ole Miss, I think is good.
fun.
But you're right. I mean, Oregon's got a huge base. And it's something they've never won. So I get all that.
Which is crazy that they've never won it. I mean, they've been so close. They've been the bridesmaid for sure.
Yeah.
But you start thinking about all the players that have played at Oregon, Hall of Famers, legends.
Heisman winners in college. I mean, they've never.
You go all the way back. I mean, Dan Fouts. You can go back a long way with Oregon.
But for whatever reason right now, certainly Ole Miss sells because they're, people.
They're a hot topic.
No, they're a hot topic. And I think Signetti sells, baby. I think Sig sells.
Sig sell.
Now, granted, Miami doesn't have the best fans, but they do have
Michael Irvin.
the best fan in Michael Irvin.
Yes.
Can't wait to see that guy tonight.
God, he is.
Belt to ass.
I want them to win. That's not the only reason I want them to win, but I want them to win to see his post-game celebration.
I don't
He's
know.
jacked.
Like, just for
Michael
his health, I don't know if I want them to win.
I know.
And
What do you mean?
His heart's going to give out.
what do you mean? What's wrong
That
with
heart,
his
so
heart?
excited.
that heart has stood,
He looks like he's in shape, though. What do you
stood
mean?
tall many
Because-
times.
Looks like he's in shape.
Yeah, he put up his shirt. He had the six-pack. What do you mean his health?
Certainly,
I
yeah.
think he's in
Hard-
shape.
Hard to put on weight.
What, when he's running around and
Why does he
stuff?
sweat so much?
It's
Why is
hot
he-
in Miami.
Why is he on all fours, barking like a dog?
Hey, all of those Miami guys, though, man, that when they pan the sidelines, it is pretty impressive.
Oh, it's great.
All the guys.
That's great. No, I
they
love it.
got
I'm
there.
not, what? Hey, teach your own.
And
do you.
we caught up with one of Mario Cristobal's former teammates at Miami on off campus, and like it was like you could tell like how much it meant to him that he could finally be like, Miami's back.
Yeah.
Thank God. They were finally back, because like he played on national championship teams just like Mario Cristobal did at Miami. So it'd be a cool story. Certainly Miami would be a cool story to be able to have Mario Cristobal lead his program where he played, where he won national championships, to an opportunity.
The fighting mouth breathers.
That's just one. Carson Beck. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, it is time for a little Munchies. Chef Michael Johnson joins us, as he does every single week. Get those questions inside the Bayou 4 chat. We'll answer as many as we can when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GetGordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. If you're in the state of Louisiana, we always encourage you. So many different ways to get in contact with the G team. You can go to the website, again, getgordon.com. You can have a chat right there on the homepage. You can check out what they've already done in the courtroom, past client results, what they can do for you in the courtroom. That's one way. The other way, no matter where you're at in Louisiana, from Shreveport to Monroe, Alexandria to Houma to Lafayette, Lafayette to Baton Rouge, and everywhere in between, DeRidder, Minden, you name it, the G team can help you out. Just put your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
That's right, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. We all know the name. We hear it. We see the billboards. We see the ads. We see the work that he does in the community with the G team over there at LSU. But at the heart of it, he's here to fight for you. If you've been injured, give them a call. Let them fight for you. GetGordon.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
A t-shirt to bed, the short skirts in the olden time, some daisies wrapped around her head. And you could find my woman dancing in bare feet on the couch in a barroom dress. And I love how my baby looks at me with her arms draped around my neck. I said, oh, honey, just like that, I'll give you my love and you give it
All right, welcome back in OTB. Before we get to our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, I want to remind you about our friends over at K2Z. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. KTOZBlinds.com is the website. Interior, outdoor living. They can do it both. Brandon Barton and the team been doing this since 2004. They can come in and they're going to check your space out, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. That's just who they are. That's just how they handle their business. You can check out their service area, which we always encourage you. If you're listening to us in Louisiana, just reach out to them. Chances are they're going to be able to help you, not just in the 225-337-985. We know that they're going to be able to help you there, but, I mean, they've helped my dad up in Shreveport. They've helped our listeners up in Alexandria. They can help you as well. K2Z Blinds, KTOZBlinds.com. All right, let's get to our guy, a little Chef Michael Johnson with your munchies.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson.
Let's eat.
Chef, how we doing? How are the holidays, brother? Glad to have you back on.
Great. It's good to be back, buddy.
How did we spend the holidays? Did we get a chance to relax, get away a little bit?
Yeah, I worked the bowl game over the Christmas
That's
holiday.
right. Yeah, saw you there, yeah.
When I got back, I actually went fishing with my brother. We went bow fishing.
You went fishing? No.
Bow fishing.
It's weird. I got to watch fireworks from a boat. Like we were in the marsh in Grand Isle and watched the fireworks come off the beaches. It was pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Did you say you were bow fishing?
Bow fishing, yeah.
Oh, God, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite, Chef?
Well, it's my favorite when I can't do anything else. Yeah. The current type of fishing is my favorite type of fishing is the one that I'm doing, right? Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, Chef, before we get into this, I have to tell everybody and send you a big thank you for helping me out on Christmas Eve. Making my my ribeye roast. It's my kind of tradition. I do it on Christmas Eve, and you'd been talking for a couple of weeks about your technique for it. So I didn't know if you were going to respond on the holiday like that, but I texted you, and guess what I got? I got a call back, and it walked me through the whole process, and we knocked it out of the park, Chef. We killed it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, I made one myself on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and I'm happy it worked out for you, and I'm happy that I got to experience it myself again because it's been a while. So yeah,
let me tell you the toasted black peppercorns. My God,
yeah,
you said it'd make a difference. I didn't really realize it, but it sure did.
It does,
man.
Yeah, that floral scent, man, it's just wonderful, right? Yeah.
So I've started doing that at the house now. Like the pepper that I want to use at our house now, just like from the daily, is like toast it and then grind it ourselves and just a little pinch of it. It's
you think you're like special now?
I'm bougie now. My black pepper's fancy.
Yeah. I don't buy, sometimes I'll buy like what they call 18 mesh or butcher grind or something like that if I'm feeling lazy. But I almost exclusively buy whole black peppercorns and then crush, like toast and crush or do, like take them from there myself. One, because they last longer in that form rather than, because once you crush or crack the peppercorn, it exposes it to oxygen and it'll start staling and you got 3 months before they go bad or Lord knows there's black pepper in my cabinet that's older than that, but I prefer to use that whole black peppercorns, and that toasting it's just next level.
Chef, in the Value for chat, we're getting a lot of questions, kind of in the same vein there. They kind of want to know what's the new coaching staff's jam, kind of what are they enjoying? Because I don't believe any of them are from Louisiana. Now you got some from the South, but none of them. Yeah. From Louisiana. Have you introduced them to any Cajun food?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've been eating here for quite some time, and as we get new faces trickle in, it seems like everybody's being the food is being very well received. It's a good bunch of guys, man, all down to earth, and there are some. There's guys from all over the place, and I'm somebody that I being from Missouri originally, I feel like I'm a Louisianan, but
right.
I like knowing origins, where they're from, where they grew up, what their childhood was like. It helps you kind of understand the human being a little bit. We have people from all over the place and really good crew, really, down to earth, like them a lot. Looking forward to working with them.
Chef, have you started to get a feel for Lane Kiffin's taste buds? Are you getting a feel for? I'm sure every coach has his things that he likes, doesn't like. Is you starting to get a feel for the head man over there? His palate.
We feed him 3 times a day, every day, brother. He's a foodie, and he eats very clean, and he's appreciative of what we feed him, and he eats really clean, brother. I would almost. When I was fasting in December, I fasted in December and I killed heavy fats, dairy, stuff like that. And he eats kind of similar to that. He eats a lot of salmon, lots of tasty salads and stuff. He's methodical in the morning about what he eats in the morning. And he eats very healthy.
Can fully get behind that. Like hearing that. Hashtag Munchies. What is one cooking tip everyone that cooks should know?
Oh, man. Let the food cook itself and be patient with it, right? Like, I don't know at what point, like you watch Chopped and you watch all these TV shows, like they're trying to force something into a time frame that I don't think that forcing food is the way that you should cook food. I don't think that, like, screaming fast is ever the best way to cook a piece of food. I think that, like every piece of food has a time frame that it wants to cook in. And it's kind of like I told Matt, not to be a smartass, but, the loin is done when it's done. There's no, like you got
ain't no time on it.
Yeah, right. You got short, fat cows and you got long, skinny cows, right? And so if the loin is thin, it's going to have a quicker cooking time. And so you just have to be patient with it. I see a lot of people going in, even burgers, like turning the burger 20 times, like you don't have to turn a burger 20 times. Let it cook for 2 minutes, turn it over, let it cook for 2 minutes, just be patient with it. And,
right.
You got to let the food cook, and be patient with it. I think that's one of the most important things. And if you screw up, that's how you learn. Try again.
So, Chef, we are entering kind of of course, we're deep into the college football playoffs, but of course we're entering into the NFL playoffs, which is going to be capped off, of course, by the Super Bowl parties. People like to gather. People like to enjoy it with friends, families, get together. So if you, Chef, are being tasked with bringing a dip.
Dip. I like it.
What's your best dip that you're going to bring? Like, all right, I got this dip. It's going to knock it out of the park. This is what I'm bringing.
Yep. Spinach and artichoke. It's mean. Yeah. Spinach and artichoke. And it's kind of funny because I'm so critical of people of using cream cheese for everything. Like cream cheese stuff this, cream cheese stuff that, and it works because it tastes good. But I really love a little cream cheese and my spinach and artichoke dip. It kind of and lemon juice, and I make my bechamel from scratch. And I don't know, it's got to have like big chunks of artichokes in it, and I buy the whole hearts instead of the pieces with leaves because I'm bougie that way. And I'll even soak my hearts because the can leaves the heart a little bit acidic almost, like it's got a mild acidity to it. And so I'll soak them in with a little touch of baking soda and water and try to balance that acidity out with some alkalinity to try to neutralize them so they're just, artichoke hearts instead of artichoke hearts and mild vinegar. And so I don't know, there's a whole process to it, right? And sweet onions. I like to use sweet onions and saute my sweet onions down and a little pinch of nutmeg and the bechamel. I'm salad.
You're ready for a dip,
right?
Yeah. So, Chef, you're going to spend a lot of time on this dip, and you're going to put your heart and soul into it. Are you trusting just like your standard cracker? Or are you trusting like a standard corn chip? Like, what are we going?
No, I really love pita chips, man, because they're sturdy, like they can hold a lot of dip. And let this be known. I'm one of those dirty guys. Like I'll bring half of my dip that I made because I'm leaving the other half at the house.
Love y'all, but not that much.
Yeah, right.
Y'all are okay at best, but not that good. Chef, I like this question. Hashtag Munchies. Is there a dish that you find yourself eating on repeat?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, I love steelhead trout, and I eat it.
Oh my gosh, why would you even say that? Why, Chef? Why would you even bring that up, knowing that you came in here one day and prepared that for us? It might be the best thing I've ever had. Yeah. You're gonna bring that up.
It's definitely one of my favorites, man. Fresh fish is something that I absolutely love. It's taking it out of the water, getting it as fresh as you can, and cooking it and enjoying it. Maybe putting a little sauce on it. But steelhead trout, I have a real soft spot for, man. They're a finicky creature to catch, and I kind of, like being a fisherman, there's this connection between actually catching the fish and enjoying the fish, and a steelhead trout caught wild is a finicky creature and will frustrate the hell out of you, man. I mean, they are tough to catch in the wild. So somebody that's really good at catching steelhead trout, there's a talent there. And so anytime I get a side of steelhead trout, I'm paying homage to the man who caught it, right? And so I got to enjoy it with them. And I don't know, definitely one of my favorite dishes for sure.
Yeah, food with a little story behind it. It's always a little bit tastier.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Chef, I got a question for you. When you're cooking a steak,
Okay.
what is your preferred method? Now, they're both great, so like you're choosing between great things, right? But
Yeah.
what is the best? Cooking it on cast iron, like cast iron and an oven, or cooking it over charcoal?
Well, I think it's, like a lot of people don't have cast iron, right? And I do love cooking, searing in cast iron and then throwing it on a grill. I'm not too much of a fan on cooking on gas just because I do it every day. What I really love to do, brother, is set a fire at, I go up to Manny at my buddy's house and we'll put a campfire out and soak some wood and cook out over an open flame. And I think as a chef, that's probably the most like primal way and the proudest way to cook a steak. It takes time and patience and an understanding of the coal, like the heat energy that's coming from below. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. I like being that invested into it, but not everybody's a maniac the way that I am. Right? Like if you're just trying to throw one in the grill at home, I think the best way is what you're most comfortable with, right? Like until you have learned a different way, and cast iron's really great for that. Putting it over a medium heat, searing it, and being patient with it. I'll sear it and throw it in the oven and bake it for a little while if I'm in a real rush. Just throw the cast iron pan in with it. But I think it's kind of household to household. Like what kind of equipment you have, how comfortable you are with it, man. If I go to your house and you're comfortable doing it your way, I'm going to let you do it your way. I'm not going to tell you how to do it my way because I want the best product for you, and you know what I mean. And as a chef, I've cooked in 1,000 different homes, and you have to be prepared to acclimate to your surroundings, right? And so, if you have an electric stove, I prefer having a cast iron pan. But if you have a barbecue pit outside with charcoal, well, let's fire it up.
All right, there he is, our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, executive chef there for LSU Athletics. Chef, we appreciate it every single week. And, if you ever have steelhead trout there at the facility, you give us a heads up and we'll be there.
I was just thinking, I need to, you guys, we keep talking about you guys coming over here and that we need to make that happen. I think it's time for me to come back over there, man. It's been a while.
Absolutely.
I think you're exactly right. I don't want to force you over here, but if you're putting it out there, we'll reel you in for sure.
It's been a while, man. I think we need to make that happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Alondra, Tate, have y'all been here when Chef has been in studio cooking?
No.
I smelled it down the hallway. I wasn't on the show yet.
No, but I want to go to the facility.
Yeah, I've made some friends over there for sure.
Yeah. All right, Chef. All right. Well, hey, you know what? We could even, go see you. You can come see us. We'll just double dip.
We'll make it happen.
All right, sounds good. Chef Michael Johnson, good enough to join us every single week here on OTB. All right, we'll take a break. Still got more segments coming your way. We're on time. Look at us. Who is this? Whoa. We don't know. More OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is the website for Gulf Coast office products. The Baton Rouge Business Report list just came out for 2025. And Matthew, do you know who number one is on office equipment and supply?
Not off the top of my head. I can make an educated guess, though.
Okay.
Is it Gulf Coast?
Office products.
Boom.
You got it.
And it's not particularly close.
It's not really even close. They should be in their own category, their own tier. They're S tier when it comes to office equipment. Go to the website, gcopnet.com, and you'll see all the contact information. You'll see what they can do for your business, gcopnet.com.
That's right, gcopnet.com, Gulf Coast office products. If you work in an office, if you run an office, no matter if it's a one-person office, I like to call it a little Cajun basement right over your garage at home, or you work in a university. It doesn't matter. The paper trail is a paper trail, and you cannot afford downtime. They have an award-winning servicing that can help you out. gcopnet.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com. You'll clearly see the difference. When you go work with Tommy and the team, just know they're going to come out, check out your space. Any custom job that you have in mind, they can certainly get that done. You can check out a gallery of work that they've already done here in the area, testimonials of past clients as well. You also can check out the banners year after year after year. They're on a Michael Jordan-like run. All they do is hang banners there, including Best Windows in Baton Rouge and the Advocate this year. That goes out to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. So again, go to their website today. That is GoTommys.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com.
You okay? I'm a little dizzy from headbanging.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Age.
You're 40 and probably got a little CTE.
The old endocrine system.
I don't know, man. You didn't take too many hits. Like, I don't remember you taking like big shots. You're pretty smart about getting the ball, and you had awesome protection, obviously, in college.
Well, I ran it over 100 times. I don't know.
That's true, too.
I was just so strong, people just bounce off me a lot.
Well, when you got a foundation like your ankles give you, it makes a lot of sense.
You take advantage of your advantages.
Yeah.
And they're strong ankles. And there's a really good comment in the Bayou Ford chat here, talking about like when you talk to somebody, and you saying hi to somebody,
right?
Like guys love like an elite thing to call somebody's big dog. Like guys love being called big dog. Right? It is. It's big absolutely dog? Elite. Like you can't go wrong with that. I know we've talked about like the buddy and the friends or the guys.
Yeah,
but
we've
like,
had this great conversation before.
Yeah, but big dog. I don't know if we brought up big dog.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one I say. It really doesn't. Like going back on it, I'm like, wow, is that the right one? I fall into the brother a lot.
Yeah, brother's good.
What up, brother? Say, brother.
Yeah, hey, brother.
I fall. I mean, I am a big brother guy. No doubt, brother.
Yeah, I've been. I think 2025. I started using brother a lot more.
Yeah,
before that,
for me,
I use bro a lot. Yeah. I'm a bro guy.
I'm not a bro guy.
But big dog
Big dog's solid.
Big dog's solid.
What up, big dog? I think I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna be a big dog guy.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, you feel like you have a unique one. What's yours? And don't lie to us.
I don't.
Everybody's got one. Taylor.
Hello. Taylor Sharp here.
Hi, Taylor Sharp here. Some know me as Tay-Tay.
Father of Razor. Razor's dad.
Unfortunately, I do the Bud a lot.
Yeah, Bud.
Ooh, I don't like Bud.
I say, what's up, Bud?
Hey, Bud.
Hey, Bud.
I don't. That's
Hello,
just
buddy.
thinking about it in my head. That's probably the one I go to the most.
Cigarettes and swear words.
I think that's probably the one people use the most.
I hate it.
Bud.
I hate Bud.
I don't like it that much either. I find myself using it.
Yeah.
Nothing beats easy money, though.
I know my dad's so elite with easy money.
We were talking about something before the show this morning that you said we were going to talk about, but I don't remember what it was.
So, we do that a lot.
I know. We have electric conversations before off air.
We waste a lot of content off air.
Yeah, we really do.
We did. We talked a lot about Lane, but like off air as well.
Oh, it was it was last night. It was you in the chat. We wanted to talk about
No, it was something this morning.
Yesterday you wanted to talk about Jared Allen actually getting 23 sacks and he never didn't count it.
Yeah.
That was last night. Yeah, I don't remember what this morning
That
was.
feels like
Morning,
tomorrow
you were
y'all
like-
can go deep.
Yeah.
Deep on that.
We'll talk about Jared Allen tomorrow.
He was such a baller.
Till
Baller.
the end too. I mean, he never really.
I told y'all about the story. We played them in the preseason, and they were playing their starters for 3 quarters, and we started out with the bomb squad. Oh my god, we got an Uber driver out there trying to block Allen on the edge from the very beginning of the game. Me and Charlie Whitehurst, the only poor whats that had to play in that game, because like I was playing running back, I was a fullback, but like in that game, hey, you're gonna play some running back.
Mm-hmm. Think about that. So we used to play them, obviously twice a year, and that was like in his prime. So
Minnesota,
I
and Chicago.
got like front row seats to at the same time prime Jared Allen and prime Adrian Peterson twice a year at the same time, which was
Sounds fun.
pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
They were good. And so we need to show that video. It kind of went viral yesterday about Jared Allen talking about his career, who had 23 sacks, but the 23rd one got taken away on a Wednesday after the game. And it was his 23rd one. It was on Aaron Rodgers. And it was an absolute BS takeaway. It was a sack.
Yeah.
And even Aaron Rodgers is on this little short video saying, hey, congrats. Like, you did sack me. That's not even a question. So you are the sack leader.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, but I can't remember what we were talking about earlier.
I don't either.
Electric
I know,
rating.
like, we were talking about Lane. The Lane conversation is pretty good off air, too.
Yeah.
That one was just, I don't remember what it was either.
So how do we feel tonight?
Oh, it was the Charlie Weiss, too. Like, we were like, oh, do you really think he's not?
Is he going to be there? I think he's going to be there, yeah. Miami, speaking of something else that broke during break, Miami Dolphins, they move on.
Oh, yeah.
McDaniel out.
R.I.P. Mikey.
John Harbaugh.
I thought McDaniel was going to be out mid-season.
Right.
He did have a turnaround at the end, though. They did, like, before.
That's what I thought it was going to be
the
mid-season.
last two games it faded, but they had a stretch, and so I think that's what kept him alive. God, man, he was the bee's knees, man. He was hot in the streets a couple years ago. Miami scoring those points.
He's a good coach.
I think so, too.
I get 100%. We talked about this mid-season, too. Is he going to be the offensive coordinator for the Lions next year? I think that would be the path
that would be awesome.
his next path.
With those playmakers.
With those playmakers, way Jared Goff's point. Like, I think that's probably going to be the, obviously it'll be Joe Brady number one on the betting list
because he's always
for every coaching job. Sure, but it'll be Mike McDaniel's second. I think he's a really good coach. This is just a classic example of, a little quirky, a little bit different, like hard to get used to. Probably works in a place like Miami, the personality, but quarterbacks and head coaches are so tied together that it just doesn't work out for one. It usually doesn't work out for both.
Yeah.
I think he'd be great in Detroit, though, because, like, he's the polar opposite of Dan Campbell, and you kind of need that, right? Like, because, like, what if everybody on the offense doesn't gel with a Dan Campbell? Well, hell, he's not a more opposite person than Mike McDaniel. So.
And look, Dan Campbell took over play calling halfway through the year, so they're gonna be looking.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking.
They
Sure,
moved
he
on from
don't
their
want to
OC
do
yesterday.
that.
Yeah, like he's gone.
He does not want to do that all year, and they've been together, and so they at times like I forget what video I saw where they've got a relationship already. So
he might be the coordinator tonight.
He might be because to Jake's point, like Campbell doesn't want to do that. Like, I know he played tight end. He's an offensive mind. I've never been to a Detroit Lions practice. Shocker there. But he, to me, seems like a guy that likes to float at practice, right? Like likes to make sure everything's running a certain way. You can't do that and be the play caller.
Give him Jameer Gibbs, Montgomery, Amon-Ra.
Sam Laporta had a little bit of a down year, but he's great.
Well, he was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was good when he was in.
Who's the second
Jameson
receiver?
Williams.
Yeah, Jameson Williams. There you go.
That guy can run a little bit.
Playing indoors. Come on.
Tesla even as a 3.
Yeah, and he
drafted
stepped
him
up
out of
towards the end
Arkansas,
of the
man.
year,
He played well.
Yeah, someone it'd be Dan Campbell, Mike McDaniels, and Kelvin Shepard.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a staff. It's a good move.
Can you
Probably a good move for everybody.
You imagine the calls right now that John Harbaugh's agent is getting?
It's at least 7.
Harbaugh has
what
to.
would be great is if they were like, no, it's 8 teams now, so it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was
There's
Miami. It was definitely Miami. Man, you just gotta be careful. Like, and John Harbaugh's great football mind, and I've had a chance to talk football with him once in my life, and it was incredible. He's gonna be successful wherever he goes. But like, just don't go to the shiniest one. Like the Giants, I get is shiny. It's a big city. It's Jackson Dart. It's Cam Scatterboo. It's Malik Nair. I get that, but it's also the Giants. Dysfunctional to say the least. Is ownership and like front office.
I wouldn't
stuff.
want to go work for Joe Shane.
No.
I don't know if like you're technically working for him, but he's still the general manager.
You are
so,
in the
like,
NFL.
Yeah,
it's a hierarchy.
So I wouldn't want to go in a situation where Joe Shane is in charge of the front office. For some reason I have like literally nothing to back this up besides vibes. John Harbaugh. For some reason, Falcons is speaking to my soul right now, but
if he goes to the Falcons, look out for
Yeah.
sure.
like I get the Giants have Jackson Dart and Malik, and
I mean, I'd go to the Falcons. Now, Kyle Pitts the free agent, but you got Bijan.
You got Drake London. He's a young player.
I mean, Michael Penix is hurt, but you do have Kirk Cousins that can stabilize that. And in your mind, because we all have egos, like you're thinking, I can get the best out of Michael Penix.
Yeah.
The two
talented
knocks
roster.
on the Falcons that I see is what's the quarterback situation
Yeah.
going forward, and then we don't have a first-round pick.
It's true because you got that second one yesterday.
Now it worked
last year.
because you ended up being one of the worst teams getting after the quarterback to one of the best teams. So it worked. You got the players you wanted. Your pass rush was so much better this year.
Yeah, how big? Like the Rams were was the second biggest Saints fan last week too.
Yeah.
Because I think they
True.
went to now they're picking like 13 or 14.
I think,
13 or 14.
Miami, I don't know that I want to go there. I don't know.
You
Feels
gotta
like
be
very
talking about,
unstable.
It doesn't feel like a hardball spot.
It
No, it
doesn't feel like
doesn't.
anybody.
Achan's
gotta
a great running back, but
You got
Tyreek Hill's
Waddle.
older.
Yeah.
Waddle's
You have
good.
Quinn
but
Ewers.
Quinn.
I think Quinn's talented, but you're not going to go somewhere for Quinn.
He just doesn't feel like a Miami guy.
No.
No. He feels like an Atlanta Falcons coach. Feels like that would
a guy
fit him.
that can come in. There's
Yeah.
talent. There's veterans. They can win right away with the right coach.
Yeah, I think so.
When I look at the Giants, I'm like younger offensive minded coach.
Yeah. Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Because he's the top of every list.
Right down
Don't-
the street.
Don't underestimate the Browns either,
Just
and that crew wanting to being able to pay somebody.
promote
Yeah.
Kafka.
The Browns come with some stuff, some baggage there, the history of losing and ownership and all that, but tough division too.
He just I just say that because
knows
he
the
just feels
division,
like
but-
NFC North. He just
I feel you.
I don't
He should
see
be the
him
Bengals head
outside the-
coach, hanging on to Zach
I'm gonna call
Taylor.
it. I think John Harbaugh to the Browns right now.
All right, there you go. Boom. I say Falcons.
Falcons.
Got to give a team.
I'll go Browns. Just to split it.
Ah, he's
just
so
said
mad.
Giants.
He wanted.
No, I said younger offensive guy for Giants.
He wanted to be like the cool guy.
Yeah,
I was
right,
like the
cool
only
guy,
one
right.
that predicted it. All right, we'll take our last break
Can't
of the
lose
show.
prediction.
Wrap it up a little Ask the Bench when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. They have locations in both cities. They can help you out on your roofing project. It doesn't matter the size. It doesn't matter the scope of the project. Residential, commercial, they can certainly help you out. They also are going to do it with incredible service. On the job site, customer service to set up the job after the job. And we know that because there's over 600 five-star reviews right there on the homepage. There's testimonials from their past clients right there on the homepage. They want you to see them because that's who they are. They're going to do that type of work on every single job. If you've seen them in your neighborhood or around your home, you already know. You can't even tell which point in the project they're at because it's always kept up. It's always clean. It is always something that is impressive to you. It's been impressive to me. When I see that flag in the yard, I know it's going to be done the right way. Go to the website today. That is PelicanRoof.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Hey, Matthew.
Oh,
We got a little transfer portal news there for LSU ball.
portal.
Malik Blockton
All right.
going from the Auburn Tigers to the LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
6'3", 255-pound defensive lineman from Pike Road, Alabama, committed to LSU.
Big news. Taylor, tell him why you didn't like this news.
Block ton.
He gets blocked.
Getting blocked a ton. Not a great name for an edge rusher.
Yeah.
However, at 6'3", 255, he's going to play on the edge, which you need a lot of. So I do like
Yeah.
that.
You do need that. That is factual.
Wish it would have been Auburn O-lineman Xavier Chapman, but I'll take this.
Next. Coming next.
170th player in the transfer portal, 17th ranked defensive lineman.
Let's go.
Again, keep stacking them. Let's see
Stack.
some OL
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
and some QB.
Let's give the LSU equipment managers a workout soon. Having
Yeah.
to fit a lot of helmets,
Yeah.
a lot of
Having to
shoulder
stitch
pads.
a lot of jersey name
That's right.
plates on the
Let's
back.
put them to work. Make them bring new equipment managers in.
Let's have our guys Lou and Cody and Maui working hard.
Working hard.
No days off. It is a position of need. We talked about it. So nice to get somebody that knows the SEC from SEC country, comes in, plug and play, it
Had
feels
half a
like.
sack.
So.
All right.
which is almost as many as
Yep.
the guy you brought in the portal last year and that played the totality.
18
of the
total
season.
tackles this
So,
season. He's 300 pounds.
Yeah, Jake, you said 255.
That's what he's listed at on the Auburn roster is
Oh,
255.
okay. Well, maybe the Auburn roster or the ESPN
Look,
one's incorrect.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way,
Either way,
he's a
he
defensive
big.
lineman.
You got a little bit
He's
more
an
beefy.
inside. Yeah.
Hopefully he's strong and good at football.
You'd hope so. You would hope so
That'd be
there.
sick.
But again, man, all this is great. Love the receiver class. You take care of special teams. You do OL,
Yep.
QB.
Big Mill in the body for check. QB, question mark? Nope. Not a QB.
Not yet. Not yet.
I think we do have a guy visiting from Elon University.
I think something's got to be like, by the time I get back in studio on Monday, you got to have one without question. You got to have your guy in charge.
We'll break it tomorrow morning here.
Hey, that's
Jake's,
fine. I
Jake's
hope you
out
do.
tomorrow. It's the tripod.
you do.
Holding it down.
Don't worry. I'll be joining the show. I'm not like you. When I leave, I actually come back on the show. We got FaceTime and everything.
It's rude. I said, enjoy yourself, man.
Nice some work.
Enjoy yourself. You can still enjoy work. Never work a day in your life.
There you go. We love you. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Off the bench.
When you do work a lot and you're over 40 years old, you start to feel everything a little bit if you don't take care of it.
Sure.
If you don't get out in front of
That's
it.
how the human body works.
Yeah, if you don't know the science behind it and you don't have a plan in place. But thankfully for us, we are in our Mike Gundy years, but we have friends over at Rejuve Me Medical. And there's locations throughout the state of Louisiana. So we're very lucky to be syndicated here on OTB. And so no matter where you're listening to us, they have a location that is near you, one that can help you out, can help you move forward, and can help you feel like your youthful self once again.
Yeah. Father Time, back off for a little bit. Hey,
Until you get Rejuve.
yeah, back off, pal. Because I got Rejuve Me. RejuveMeMedical.com. They got places all over Louisiana. Call them if you haven't been. Call them. You're just interested in having that conversation with medical professionals on how they can help you look better, feel like your younger self. Go book those initial labs today. RejuveMeMedical.com.